Hi, I'm Claire from the Life of Clare, and today I'm here talking to you about meal planning. I love meal planning. I swear by it. It took me a really long time to get into it, but now I'm pro meal planner. Each fortnight I usually plan 10 meals for the fortnight. We do our meal plans fortnightly because I find it easier for food to flow across between the weeks. So I plan 10 meals. I figure that over the course of the 2 weeks, we'll probably eat takeaway, eat with friends, go to my parents' house for dinner, eat leftovers even, or just simply eggs on toast. I always start my meal planning in the kitchen, in the bookshelf. I was so passionate about putting a bookshelf into the kitchen when we first moved here that we had to buy a bookshelf from someone different to put it in. My favourite books at the moment are the Simplicious from Sarah Wilson, Jamie Oliver's Comfort Food, Emma Galway's A Year in My Real Food Kitchen, I Could Sugar for Life by Sarah Wilson, and the Women's Weekly Slow Cooker Cookbook. Now what I do is I scroll through, I grab the cookbooks from the kitchen, I sit down at the dining table, usually with a hot cup of tea, and I look through the cookbooks. When I find something I like, I grab my phone, I go into my notes. So I grab my phone, I go into my notes, and I go into the section that I've got already set up called meal planning. I type in, obviously, the name of the recipe, the name of the cookbook. I'm always sure to put that in, and the page number, because this means that I'm not the one who has to always cook. So once I've typed that in, I go over to my groceries tab and I write down all of the ingredients I'm going to need to cook that recipe. Now for this leek and potato frittata, we've got eggs already, so I just needed to grab the potatoes and the leek. Now I keep looking through all of the different cookbooks, scrolling through, finding the things that interest me. This cookbook in particular I bought because I was staying at a friend's house and we had the pulled pork and it was so good, and I looked all through the cookbook and there were so many recipes that I loved that I had to buy the cookbook. Any of the cookbooks I've left links below if you'd like to buy them or check them out. So again, I put the name of the recipe, I put the name of the cookbook, and I put the page number. Then I would head over to the groceries tab and I would type in the groceries. Then you just keep looking through the cookbooks until I find my 10 different meals. Like I said, this Simplicious is one of my favorites and we use heaps out of it. So there's my grocery list. I always separate my groceries into the 3 different stores I go to. I go to Aldi, and that's where I buy my pantry staples. I go to the farmer's market for my fruit and veg, and then I go to the butcher for the meat. Also, I find sometimes that I'll be looking through a recipe book and I'll be inspired by a recipe, but not necessarily want to cook that recipe. So for these ones here, I thought, oh, that looks really good. Hang on, let's make veggie burgers. So I went into the meal planning section on my phone and wrote down veggie burgers, which we're actually having for dinner tonight, just with salad, not on patties tonight. So then what I do is once I've decided on my 10 different meals, I head into the fridge where we've actually stuck blackboard sticky onto our freezer, and I write all of the meals in a chalk texter on the freezer door so that every time we're looking for different meals to cook throughout the fortnight, they're right there. Now, this is how I do my meal planning. This is what works for me. Like I said, I love meal planning. I love having it written on the fridge, and I love that Jay or I can come home and find the recipe, the cookbook, the page number, all written right there. Also, when I've done something, when we've cooked something, I just wipe it off. It's so easy, and it's made such a huge difference to our grocery budget. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please check out all my other ones. Please subscribe or give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.